ऑपोजिशन का ये कहना है कि उनकी जो गवर्नमेंट के सवाल पूछने की जो क्षमता है और जो उनकी जो जगह थी वो कम होती जा रही है, वो दैट स्पेस इज श्रिंकिंग, और वो पार्लियामेंट में भी जो जगह थी और जो मौका मिलता था गवर्नमेंट पे सवाल उठाने के लिए वो भी कम होता जा रहा है। आप ये मानते हैं?
नहीं, बिल्कुल। पहले तो सबसे पहले आपको धन्यवाद। No, I firmly believe what Susmita ji is saying is absolutely true. देखिए, on one level also you have to see how a parliamentary system is run right now. If you have a whip where parties are supposed to follow it, okay, individual members don't have a way to let their own views about their particular constituencies and vote based on that. When it comes to any sort of law, okay, so you have the party whip. You will have to vote within those lines. That's one aspect, which allows very little space for members to vent their concerns about their local issues.
But
the second thing is
voting.
Yes.
Let's
the
talk
second
about
thing
debate
is
and discussion.
The debate. See, you can be called into for an all-party meeting. I've been the leader of my party. We have put forward issues that we want to debate. Let's say if there is issues relating to atrocities towards Dalits. How many times have you heard? Have you seen a debate that has come up with this regard? Do you think the BSP does not raise it? How many times have you had the Parliament debate issues around sewage workers? Has that never been put forward? It has been. So what are the issues that come up? As Sushmita ji said, sports, drugs. I'm not saying that these are issues that shouldn't be discussed. Obviously that needs to be discussed and it will be discussed. But at the same time, how many issues that have come forward from the opposition? A lot of the times the opposition puts forward areas which it wants to be debated. For example, one of them is what Sushmita ji just mentioned. There was last time the issue around the Hindenburg report. There was various other areas. And what you saw at that point was that the Treasury bench was demanding an apology from a leader from the opposition.
For some statements made outside Parliament.
But to sort of put a final point to it, I still feel that, it has to be a give and take game. And in democracy, all members, they are representing about, approximately 2 million people, 2.5 million people. And they have things that they want to put out there. And that should be given space. And, the opposition really does come out with the mood of the nation.
No, so I get your point about being able to raise issues of your constituency. You, of course, come from Lok Sabha. And, of course, raising myriad issues that may concern the public. Now, I see many parliamentarians make decent effort in raising those issues. I don't think there's a dearth of those issues. They raise this in question hour and things like that. I am particularly talking about stalling the proceedings for politics. Yes, GVL, you want to come?
No. There are interventions like 0 hour, where every day you get to 20 MPs at least get to speak about 20 different topics. There is also an instrument called special mention. There again 15-20. Because of disruptions, what is happening, the entire day's proceedings are getting completely wiped out. It's actually a big, I agree with him. The members of parliament who want to raise their constituencies issues, they are not able to raise because the entire 0 hour, the moment House convenes at 11 o'clock, immediately the noise starts. There have been appeals from the chair several times not to disrupt at least the 0 hour or the question hour where members, ministers come and reply to a whole range of questions. The opposition is doing a great disservice to the people of this country by not even allowing ministers to reply. Okay, another quick point. You see, whether it is price rise or whether it is Hindenburg report or anything under the sun, in the last session was a budget session, which began with the address of the Honorable President to both houses of Parliament. President's address covers every gamut of governance, practically everything that government does. And budget session talks about you can raise, while speaking on the budget, you can speak on any topic concerning economy. There is no restriction. Your party gets, the Trinamool Congress possibly gets an hour. In that 1 hour, you can choose to speak only about price rise. But why did you stall the entire House? You could have spoken. In fact, some members had spoken about Hindenburg report also. It was not removed from the records. So I think opposition has lost interest in raising issues of
Can
public
I ask you a counter question? Before I go into how the public perceives this and how this will impact 2024, why don't you also meet the opposition halfway? Let's say they believe strongly that Hindenburg report needs to be debated. Why don't you allow it?
What is the harm in discussing it as part of a budget debate? You see, in a budget session, you can't debate. No, this is not bullying. You are trying to only gain news headlines by raising issues on disrupting the House. You think disruption gets you better mileage than speaking on the subject, because I find most of the speeches in Parliament lack the kind of gravitas that you expect. So people come in, make very routine speeches and leave, and the best thing is to disrupt the House, go for the whole day. So I think that seems to have become now, bunking Parliament has become a...
I'll just add one thing.